An emotional day in Binghamton today as hundreds of first responders and community members packed a church to celebrate the life of a fallen firefighter. News 34's Roy Santacruz attended the funeral and joins us now from the update desk. Roy.
Thank you, Jim. Yeah, the funeral was for 40-year-old John J.R. Gaudette, who died in the line of duty while battling a fire in downtown Binghamton last week. The neighborhood surrounding St. Thomas Aquinas Church was lined with fire engines and EMS vehicles. Gaudette received a true traditional firefighter send-off.
J.R. Gaudette died last Wednesday after being trapped in a burning building. J.R.'s entire family was at the funeral, including his wife Felly, their 3 children Charlie, Mikey, and Nessa, and his parents and sister Katie. J.R.'s lieutenant, Ryan Reben, worked with J.R. at Lourdes Hospital almost 20 years ago before either of them joined the fire department. Reben says J.R. was the kind of guy you wanted to see when you were feeling down.
We stand here and talk about what an amazing fireman and paramedic J.R. was. How if the department had 120 J.R.s, there'd be no issues. How his passion for the job was contagious, and how his work ethic pushed everyone around him to be better. When things were tough, he stepped up and got the job done. He was a guy you wanted next to you when it mattered most.
J.R. was an 11-year veteran with the Binghamton Department. His friend, Patrick Dickerson, says J.R. was the definition of a family man. J.R. coached Dickerson's son in lacrosse and says all of the parents appreciated how enthusiastic and supportive he was to teach the sport he loved.
He was passionate for any child that entered his life. J.R. wanted the best for each and every one of his young athletes out on that field. He never played favorites. He had a love of the game and a love of teaching the next generation.
Bishop Lucia, the bishop for the Diocese of Syracuse, was a celebrant for the Mass, and Governor Hochul paid homage to J.R. by announcing that all flags be flown at half-staff today in his honor. The Mass ended with the ceremonial ringing of the fire bell, symbolizing J.R.'s last call.
And after the Mass, the funeral procession took to the city streets, passing by the fire department's headquarters on Court Street and Station 3 at West State Street. J.R. was then buried at Calvary Cemetery. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Roy.